Hi, Zena Esco, the innovator in residence for podcast programming at Cosset Library and the host of the Verbally Effective podcast. Shout outs to the second annual Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival. And you're watching Live at 9.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on Live and On this Thursday, November 7th. I'm Corey Ventura in for Kanji Anthony. Along with your top news, weather with, of course, Todd Demers and trending topics, here's a look at our guest lineup for today. We're excited to introduce DeMarcus Suggs, City of Memphis Director of Creative and Cultural Economy, as he shares his big plans for Memphis's new cultural arts scene. Plus, from the I Love Memphis blog, content director Jalen Socek is here with insider tips with all the local hotspots you don't want to miss this weekend. And if that wasn't enough, authors Candy Justice and Brian Cottingham are taking us back to the 1950s and 60s Southern radio scene, uncovering a story of courage and grit. But first, be sure to record the show so you never miss an episode and connect with us online at our website liveat9.tv. That's also our handle on social media. But topping our news at 9, the Tennessee Valley Authority Board of Directors is expected to discuss a discussion of Elon Musk's xAI supercomputer located right here in Memphis. So board members are meeting on the campus of Murray State this morning, and the public can join in person or via live stream. So the TVA board meeting begins at 9 a.m. Central Time. The expected discussion on xAI's power request is 5th on the agenda. The board of the nation's public power supplier must sign off on the project that requires more than 100 megawatts of power. Now, Musk's supercomputer is asking to draw around 150 megawatts from the grid. According to the Daily Memphian, the TVA's board approves xAI's would be allowed to go fully on TVA's transmission system and, in turn, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water's distribution system. The giant supercomputer has already been partially on the local grid. Now, as former President Donald Trump secured a return to the White House, it seems one of the other big winners from Tuesday night's presidential election is likely to be tech multi-billionaire Elon Musk. It's believed xAI could now get special treatment from the incoming Trump administration. Meanwhile, the transition of power will soon be underway in Washington. President-elect Donald Trump has won back the White House, and Vice President Kamala Harris conceded the race. Washington correspondent Maddie Beer-Temple reports on what's next.
President-elect Donald Trump is receiving congratulations from world leaders, his opponent, and President Biden, who's expected to address the nation later this morning.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted.
In a concession speech Wednesday, Vice President Kamala Harris told supporters to keep up the fight while acknowledging a peaceful transition of power.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Harris's remarks come after President-elect Donald Trump swept the swing states and was declared the winner early Wednesday.
This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before.
The Trump campaign says he and Harris spoke by phone, where she congratulated him and he acknowledged her, quote, strength, professionalism, and tenacity.
Certainly a happy day for the GOP.
Republicans also regained control of the Senate with wins in Montana, Ohio, and West Virginia. Outgoing Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell took a victory lap.
I think we had the best candidates everywhere.
The balance of power in the House remains uncertain. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries is holding out hope, writing on X, the House remains very much in play. Now, President Joe Biden's remarks later today come after he invited President-elect Trump to the White House for a meeting to ensure a smooth transition. In Washington, I'm Maddie Beer-Temple.
Well, switching gears now, cooler temperatures are just around the corner, and many local children will need a way to stay warm. WRAG's annual Coats for Kids campaign is underway. We're asking the Mid-South to donate new and gently used coats for children in pre-K through high school from now until November 15th. There are drop-off spots all across Shelby County and into North Mississippi. Head over to our website, liveat9.tv, and click on the Coats for Kids to learn more about where you can take your donations. Much needed. Well, the temperatures here in the Mid-South may not be very cold, but the The soggy conditions continue on this Thursday. It's been a foggy and rainy start to the day, and weather expert Todd Demers has been keeping track of it all minute by minute. He is here now live with our first look at our forecast. Hey, Todd.
Hey there. I think we might change the name of the show to Good Day Seattle.
Right, no.
We continue with the clouds and with the fog and some light rain across the area. But here across the Memphis and Mid-South area, most of Storm Tracker 3S is showing heavier rainfall now well down to our south and kind of moving out of the area. I believe this is going to be the tail end of our latest round of rain, and conditions will continue to improve throughout the afternoon. So keep that in mind. Yes, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun with the wet roadways this morning, but I haven't had any severe weather to tell you about. I'm noticing a couple of these heavier showers producing some gusting winds, not so much in the way of lightning, but if you are in Holly Springs right now, be on the lookout for some brief heavier showers. They're going to be moving through here over the next half hour. And behind our latest frontal boundary, the northeasterly winds have really helped drop temperatures into the upper 50s and lower 60s. So with the combination of the clouds, dampness, some drizzle, northeasterly flow, a light jacket or some long sleeves, certainly a great idea as you're heading out the door. We're going to stay mostly cloudy this morning with that gradual clearing throughout the day and the northeasterly winds. High temperatures will be nearing 70 for most areas, and then overnight back down to around 60. I don't know if you're going to want to get the car washed, at least not this morning, maybe later in the afternoon once this rain lets up. Better rain chances are back by the middle of next week, which should clear you for your Friday and Saturday. Over the next couple of days, we do have another chance of rain, but it's mainly on Saturday morning. It's a very brief but potentially heavy round of rainfall trying to move across the area. Coming up, we're going to talk more about those rain chances and the rest of your weekend outlook with a complete look at your forecast. Corey, I'm going to have that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much, Todd. Well, the creative landscape that makes up the Bluff City is known the world over, from music to dance, film, and beyond. A new first-of-its-kind office is setting up shop within the City of Memphis government. DeMarcus Suggs has been named the director of the Office of Creative and Cultural Economy. But the new director of this new office joins us this morning to talk about its future. So good morning to you. It's so nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to Memphis.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So for starters, what is this new office and what is it tasked to do?
Absolutely. So the Office of Arts and Culture is really Mayor Young's vision to make sure that the arts are central to all parts of our government, right? So as we think about fostering the creative economy, making sure that Memphis is on the map as a tourist destination, tapping into all of our resources, our creative talent that we have. Like you said, we're known the world over for our talent. And so we want to capitalize on that and make sure that we're stronger, more vibrant, more of an attractive city because of that work. And so our job is to really galvanize all the pieces, making sure that all of our artists are well supported, our cultural organizations are thriving, as well as just our businesses are thriving as a result of being connected to our creative sector.
Yeah, so how do you plan to do that? Now, you've only been in this position barely a month, right? So how do you plan on connecting everyone and supporting those artists?
Absolutely. And so to strengthen an arts ecosystem, and by that I mean we talk about artists, we talk about cultural organizations, we talk about the community itself, and we talk about cultural policy as all four pieces of a table, if you will, for an arts ecosystem. The cultural policy is a really important piece that's been missing from Memphis, while our artists have been doing amazing work and doing touring and creating all kinds of opportunities for themselves. Having city government investing towards that, making sure that we're raising money to invest in our artists so that they can continue to amplify their work, draw in more attractive festivals and events to the city. And so part of that starts with a listening tour. And so we're going to be listening for the next 90 days. I'll be having meet and greets. The mayor and I will be meeting with individual artists as well as arts organizations and making some plans on how we can make sure that they're stronger so that the city is stronger by that.
I love the listening tour because it's so important to be, I say boots on the ground, but you really can't promote and let people know what's going on unless you know exactly what's going on.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the thing. So how long are the listening tours, and what do you hope that the artists will talk to you about and say, hey, we need to do this?
Yeah. My hope is that, Mayor Young believes that the artists understand what they need, right? And so we're looking to listen, to hear what are some of the barriers for success to be a Memphis artist, to thrive here, to stay here? And so I think that some of the things that I've already heard, that we've been starting to excavate is that, it's resources, but it's also, how do we operate as entrepreneurs? The state of Tennessee has some of the most entrepreneurial people, period, city of Memphis, right, as we know. But artists are over half of entrepreneurs globally. Like we make that. And so owning that and making sure that our business practices reflect our creative practices is something that we're deeply committed to as well.
Yeah, and I love, it's kind of like, I'm thinking of it like a home base. You guys are going to be like the headquarters.
Absolutely.
And logistically, I'm always about logistics, and for you guys to be like the center point of logistically. So when you have festivals that want to come in, if you have artists that are like, hey, I'm looking to do this, they have kind of a one place to be able to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mayor Young uses the reference of quarterbacking. So this office gets to quarterback and kind of set the tone for those initiatives so that we can collaborate effectively. Like I said, we got a lot of great players in this city that are doing amazing work, from the artists, from the restaurants that benefit, from our Grizzlies basketball team. Like, we got a lot happening culturally that we just want to make sure that we're coordinating so that we're stronger together.
I think coordination is going to always be key in being able to logistically involve everybody so nobody misses out.
Absolutely.
But more so, like keeping our local talent here.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't go anywhere else. You can stay here and be very fruitful.
You can,
but also bring in other people from out of town here as a guest to let us kind of experience their way and their culture too. So I think that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is on your plate right now? I know you're going on this listening tour for the next 90 days, but what are you working on now?
Yeah, right now, so we're working on stirring the pot for some national opportunities to bring in a larger festival. I just believe that, there's a mix that needs to happen. Memphis has incredible talent. We have, already we have Memphis in May and so many cool opportunities for people to come and visit. We want to also attract another festival. And so that's in the pipeline that we're going to be announcing in January, another festival and partnerships that are national, but also put our artists on the platform nationally that in the place that they deserve to be. And so that's our big push right now. But right now, like I said, we're listening. We're going to be creating some opportunities for artists to actually engage within city government as well. And so creating some of those partnerships. And so, you'll hear a lot more from us soon.
I'm pumped about this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love learning about all of this, and more so keeping our talent and promoting our talent too. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you.
All right. Okay, well, there's so much more ahead on Live and On this Thursday, including the untold story of a Mid-South radio station and its manager fills the pages of a new book. So coming up, why the man's daughter and one of the teenage announcers decided now was the time to share his story with the world. We'll be right back. Well, you're watching Live at 9 on this Thursday morning. Thanks for tuning in. The Mid-South has seen its fair share of rain over the past couple of days. Weather expert Todd Demers is joining us now with an update on what the rest of today is expected to look like. Todd, we're keeping our eye on you, and I know that you are keeping an eye on the radar minute by minute.
And it's looking better and better minute by minute, Corey, because while, yes, we did start the day off with the clouds and the fog and the drizzle and the wet roadways, I really think conditions are going to be improving as the day wears on across the area. Storm Tracker 3S watched an area of heavier rain in northeastern Arkansas through the Boot Heel and up across northwestern parts of Tennessee. That has continued to fizzle out. There was one isolated heavier shower that rolled out of Arkansas and looked like it was just taking dead aim on us here in the Memphis and the Shelby County area, and then it turned off to the right, moving towards the east, and we still have one area of heavier rainfall that's been producing some gusting winds as well. Not a lot of lightning, so it's not severe weather. I don't have any watches or warnings out, but this particular pocket of rain is going to be moving into the Holly Springs area over about the next 15 minutes. So kind of keep that in mind. We have this area of heavier rain and then spotty showers across the rest of Shelby County right now. Just enough to make for some wet roadways, slowing you down a bit across the area. 70 yesterday's high with 66 and 45 as the norms. We picked up about 1.5 inches of rain throughout the day yesterday, and there were record rainfall amounts at the Agri Center for the National Weather Service office at 1.86, and Jackson, Tennessee came in with 2.4 inches of rain, another daily record rainfall total. Currently we hold at 60, and we have these northerly winds that are back. You know, that combination of the clouds, the wind, the dampness, a little bit of chill in the air. You may need to modify your wardrobe a little bit to accommodate this because temperatures are going to struggle to get out of the 60s throughout the afternoon. But you can also see how the bulk of the rain is moving out of the area as well. So while the clouds may linger, we'll probably continue to see the mild temperatures and the drier conditions throughout the course of the afternoon and this evening. So for today, tonight, into tomorrow, I say the weather is improving up until we get to Saturday night, Friday night into early Saturday with another round of rain trying to move into the area. Now, the computer models have been all over the place with this latest storm system trying to move into the Mid-South. The latest one is showing a few stray showers on Friday afternoon, but the best chance of rain, if you're watching the clock, doesn't show up until after midnight Friday into early Saturday morning, and it is screaming through the area. So the heaviest of the rain moves in, moves out, and then we get some gradual clearing, and the rest of your Saturday and Sunday are going to be looking pretty good. But again, we have to watch carefully with the timing. This is 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and as you can see, it moves out fairly quickly across the area. So we're going to have some wind, a little bit of rainfall, something we need to watch very carefully. Also, something we're watching carefully is that Hurricane Rafael down in the Gulf of Mexico. It is turning now more down towards the south and towards the southwest and away from us. So right now, while it is a powerful storm system, it does not look like it'll have any impact on our weather here in the Mid-South. So cloudy and cool for today, still damp with those showers, but I have clearing skies beginning this afternoon and this evening. Cloudy and nice for your Friday. I mentioned that chance of rain early on Saturday, and then the conditions improve for the rest of the weekend before our next cold front pops into town on Wednesday, cooling us down for next weekend with temperatures a little bit closer to this time of year. Overnight lows will be dropping down into the 40s. Storm Tracker 3S will continue to keep an eye on that rainfall working its way across the Mid-South, and I'll have another update coming up for you before the top of the hour. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Live at 9. A small town story with major implications. Our next guests teamed up to write about a town's first radio station in Mississippi in the 1950s and 60s, and the manager and the announcer who braved more than just the job. The memoir is called World vs. Bob Chisholm, Surviving Small Town Radio. Its authors, Candy Chisholm Justice and Brian Cottingham, are live on the red couch with us this morning, and this is such a much needed told story. For starters, Candy, I mean, Bob is your dad. This is from the perspective of the daughter, and you were working at the radio station. So set the scene for us, for our viewers who are just meeting you and want to know about this book. What is this all about? This is your dad.
Yes. Well, it's just that a 12-year period that we lived in Winona. We lived on the same street. We grew up on the same street. Brian and I did. Yeah. And but it was just something we didn't really, start out doing. It's just that we just started thinking of all these exciting, scary things that had happened, and all this, and funny, and everything. We kept saying we just got to do it. So we did.
So when you guys moved to Mississippi, your dad basically started a radio station.
Yes, he put it on the air.
And what was that like? I mean, obviously you were younger, but like, what was that like? And you were like, you
12. I was 12
when hanging around this brand new radio station. So set the scene for us.
Well, they had the grand opening, a little tiny station, and I just went up there. It was pretty crowded, and I remember I went home, told my parents, I know what I want to do when I grow up. I literally knew then. And so I started hanging around the station. The announcers and Bob her dad took me over. And they started showing me things, and they let me do things and showed me how to run the control board, and I just ate it all up. And when I was 15, Bob offered me a job as an announcer, and not full time, of course, and I played rock and roll, which was brand new. This was about 1962.
Right.
So it was all new there when we did that. And the thing was, just a short version, Bob was controversial because he had integrity.
And he was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth. And some of the
on air, he was giving the news reports, and he was uncovering stuff and basically factually over the airwaves telling folks in that community who can hear that radio station what is going on.
Yeah, every morning at 7 o'clock was this newscast. And I mean, anybody in that town will tell you they all ate breakfast listening to Bob Chisholm on the air because it was a great time going to work and all that. But, he was like the only way they could find out the truth of what's going on. I mean, not that there weren't really many wonderful people in Winona, but that, like any city, it has some corrupt officials and that sort of thing. And when he reported on it, they didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so I many times answered the phone to some kind of man growling, saying, we're going to kill your daddy. I thought nothing else. Oh, daddy is for you. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, and the first chapter, the opening line is, if you broadcast one more bad story about the police, the mayor and the board of aldermen, we're going to beat you within an inch of your life. It was the entire Winona police force, all 5 of them.
All 5 of them.
It was at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning when he used to go there to meet it. And the real short version is, I went in that morning just to hang around and I didn't know this was going on. And Bob wrote the story and he broadcast it. And the spoiler alert, a few weeks later, they beat him up. They hired somebody to beat him into a bloody pulp.
And with every blow, they would name the policeman, because the police said, we want him to know that this is from us,
But your dad held so much integrity about making sure his community knew exactly what was going on, the truth, no matter what.
Yeah. And most of the people...
He couldn't be bullied by anybody.
And most of the people really admired him.
They did.
There were a few who did not.
No.
But
the ones that didn't really hated his guts, but it's because they were people who were trying to get away with something, Yeah. But he was loved. He was very much loved in that community. And my mother too, because she had her own radio show every afternoon.
So she was a pioneer.
And that was not the normal thing back then.
Definitely not the normal thing back then.
Yeah. And we talk a lot about behind the scenes of small town radio and living in a small town. It was different. It was very different at that time.
And fun.
And a lot of fun. And there was some drama. We went through the transition from the segregated schools to the integrated schools. Candy, I was in one of the last segregated classes and then went off to college. Candy went through the transition.
Wow.
A lot of drama there. Also a lot of humor, and this is what went on in the small town. There's a good mix of that. But it all centers around Bob and what he has meant to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you guys have a book signing and a talk this evening at Novel.
Yes.
So if you want to hear more about this, and this is, I mean, we could go on for an hour because the depth of this, and more so from your both different perspectives, from being the daughter and then being like you have this mentor, so young and given such an amazing break. So early. I mean, that's phenomenal. So for folks who are watching this, you guys are going to be at Novel at what time?
From 6 to 7.
Yeah.
Perfect. Please come out.
So we'll have a book signing, but also, you know, just we're going to read a couple of things from the book. So it's been fun. It's been a great experience.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys sharing your dad's story from both different perspectives, and more so the integrity that your dad had. Thank you
Very
guys so
definitely.
much. It's very important and very
Thank you very
needed
much.
in our
Thank
community.
you.
Okay, well, straight ahead, bingo, brews, crafts, and so much more. Find out what's on tap with your weekend with the help of ilovememphisblog.com. That's coming up next. All right, well, welcome back to Live at 9. It's Thursday, and that means, of course, we're already gearing up for the weekend here on Live at 9. Jalen Socek, the content director at the ilovememphisblog.com. Well, she is here with her top 3 things to do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I always ask Kanji if I can fill in for her on Thursdays because I love hanging out with you. Because I get the skinny on what is going on this weekend, and I get to know in advance.
Yes.
Which is the coolest thing ever.
And there's always so much going on.
So for starters, we've already been talking about this event. Friday, what is going on?
So I think it's safe to say everyone likes bingo. I mean, I like bingo. This essentially is bingo meets a rave. So it's called Bingo Loco. This is an event series that travels around the country and sets up and puts on events. So they'll be doing it at Minglewood Hall on Friday. But there's like this video that shows what it's like, and it's nuts.
I saw it
is so high energy. Like how they describe it, this is not your grandma's bingo event. It looks super fun. So, you know, a lot of live music, 2000s, 90s music, and great prizes, and just a lot of fun and energy.
So it's not like you were sitting at a table waiting for the number to be called.
Yes.
Like it's like dancing and lights and music, and you're bopping and having a really good time.
Yes, this is the hype of it.
This is really, really cool.
Yes, and I think I put that it was free entry. It's $40 for a ticket.
Got it.
But it's a lot of entertainment. You'll have like music and everything. So
Worth every penny.
Yes. Hopefully some pretty good prizes if you win.
Okay, so and then we've got Saturday. What's going on Saturday?
Saturday is the much anticipated Crafts and Drafts. So put on by the Memphis Flyer every year at Crosstown Concourse. You know, they do the summer one and they do this in the winter. So this is really good because it is the holiday market. You can knock out all that shopping for the holidays, support those local artists. You can kind of see a photo there just how expansive this is. There's a ton of vendors that set up out there.
Yeah.
Sounds like the rain's going to behave for the most part.
Just bring your rain jacket, put on your rain boots.
Starts at 10 in the morning, so you have some time. It goes on for several hours. And what's cool about this too is they have like the beer garden set up, so you can, you know, grab a good drink, shop local. It's just a good event.
So do they have anything inside, or is this only an outdoor?
I think that they in the past, like in the summer market, they did have some overflow inside just because of how many vendors they have, and they run out of space.
Right, so it keeps growing and growing, and everyone wants to be a part of it because it's so successful.
Yes, and of course there's also great shops just inside Crosstown Concourse.
So please go inside and outside and enjoy the beer and enjoy everything and shop until you drop, right?
Yeah, and just knock out the shopping. You know, you get that anxiety when like mid-December comes up and you're like, I haven't started.
Yeah, and it's unique stuff too. It's not like cookie cutter stuff. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, you can find some great stuff. I think I always get like earrings.
Yep, earrings are always my favorite. Always. We have really good artists here in Memphis. Okay, and then Sunday.
Sunday, you know, there's not a lot of evening events on Sunday, so I wanted to shout out Art Unplugged. This is kind of an ongoing series that happens at Thrive in Midtown. And basically what it is, it's a mashup of just art and creativity. So it's live music, comedy, poetry, you know, spoken word artists. So they're going to have all of that. They'll have a comedian that night, a spoken artist, a poetry, and then the M-Town Band, which everyone loves. They'll be performing. And it's also really cool after they do all that, they have an open mic ceremony session, so then you can get up and do your thing, and you can do any of it, you know. Yeah, you can do comedy, you can sing, you can do poetry, you can perform. So it's an open mic for real.
That's kind of fun to see people develop like their ideas and thoughts and creativity live and on the spot. It's also like, for me, it's hyperventilating because I'm like, oh my goodness, but then they always like kill it and they knock it out of the park. And the more reps you get, the better you become.
Absolutely.
So it's that opportunity. If you're looking for that opportunity, you can take part in this.
Yeah, and then like a traditional open mic, normally it's a comedy. So you're saying comedy, but now it's nice because it kind of breaks it up and you can see a variety of different art performances.
This is so awesome. Thank you so much. As always, my favorite segment on
Thanks,
Thursday.
Corey.
We get to know what's going on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, before you know it, Thanksgiving's going to be here. Straight ahead, a look at the essentials you may need when it comes to entertaining. Plus, a longtime Memphis landmark is making some changes. Woo, we'll fill you that in on those stories and more coming up on Live at 9. Well, the holidays are right around the corner, and whether you're entertaining at home or heading to friends and family's homes, you want to make sure that you whip up a signature dish of your own. Jessica Wills and Rachel Maurer are standing by with the top products for your holiday cooking from Consumer Resources Best Reviews.
From baking for your cookie swap to making your signature dish for the company potluck, the holidays are all about the food, and we want to make sure that you're all ready.
Yes, so joining us now with the top products for your holiday entertaining is Senior Director of Content Operations from bestreviews.com, Jacob Palmer. Hi, Jacob.
Thanks for having me. You know, some topics are a little bit more near and dear to my heart, and when it comes to cooking and getting ready for the holidays and managing that aspect of it, this fits the bill.
Let's dive right into it then. What did you bring that people are going to need for the holidays?
So we brought a whole collection of things, and the theme here is let's make it easier for yourself and let's make it a little bit better. And this enameled cast iron Dutch oven from Lodge kind of fits the bill for both. And what's great about Lodge is that when you look at these pieces that look fantastic, as you can see right now, they get a little bit expensive, but Lodge has really mastered it in terms of being a great product that's actually at a super affordable price.
All right, now we made the delicious food. We've got to take it with us. Everybody wants to take to-go boxes after Thanksgiving. Tell us about what we can take to go.
So these are from Packet, and they're the bento box style, and these are awesome because they're compartmentalized. So you can put in different items in there. They won't bleed together and kind of ruin the dish when you're doing leftovers. And this is great too because you can just grab it and go to work or school the next day and use it as your lunchbox.
So much fun. Okay, and then what do we have here? This looks like a cool little grill cooktop.
So this from Le Creuset, which is a grill pan, is an absolute favorite of ours because it allows you to use your grill even while you're holiday cooking. And so, you know, a lot of the time, like, you don't think to be able to pop outside real quick and make something. So it unlocks more space for you and cooks deliciously. It comes from Le Creuset, which is a name that everybody recognizes.
All right, this next one, Jess and I looked at and we said, what is that? But it's actually a great idea. Tell us about what this is.
So at Best Reviews, we love to pull out the hidden gems. We love to tell people about something they maybe not have heard about yet. And this is one that comes to us. Basically, it's a microwave cover. And what you do is you can put some water in here so it will steam the vegetables. It'll make sure that the things that you're going to reheat don't dry out. It is just an awesome product, and it's super cheap too. It's only about $20, and it'll level up your leftovers.
Great idea.
Yes, that is very cool. Something else that looks super cool is this thing that's going to chop up something, making it look really fun and nice. And what is that?
So we were talking about saving time and making things easy. This is the perfect product for that. It is the Full Star vegetable chopper. You just put in what you want here. It comes with a bunch of different attachments, and then you just do this action just over and over again, and then it'll fall down into this collection area, and now you're done. So something that would take, you know, minutes, 10, 20 minutes, you're done in a couple, and that's huge because when you can save space and you can save time, you're gonna have a much better experience putting together this huge meal.
Yeah, perfect. And once you've chopped them, you get them into the air fryer. Tell us about this.
So this is obviously the air fryer. It's from Cosori. It's the Turbo Blaze. This is the 6-quart size. What we love about this is that it allows you to make a deliciously healthy meal as efficiently as possible. And so if I'm putting on my recommendations cap here and telling you how you should use this over the holidays, number one, you sous vide the turkey and then finish it in this so it's crispy. I think I've said it before on the show, and I'll say it 3 more times before we get there. That's the number one piece of advice. And then if you also want to get the kids eating vegetables, this is a great way to get them to eat Brussels sprouts because they come out crispy, salty, delicious.
Thank you, Jacob. You got me so excited for cooking into the holidays. It's going to be so much fun, and we're all going to be prepared now.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. And for more on these products and others, head to bestreviews.com, or you can scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen.
And of course, Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar, as well. So if you can find more of the products and where to buy them on our website, liveat9.tv. Well, CBS has an all-new primetime lineup, and Jennifer Lopez hits the UK. Danya Backus has your Eye on Entertainment report.
Okay, had a great time. It's an all-new episode of the Young Sheldon spinoff, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage on CBS. Things get awkward when Georgie and Mandy try to make new friends while Jim and Audrey get competitive playing a game with Connor.
How about Scrabble?
How about something I'm good at?
Reading on the toilet is not a game, Jim.
Tonight's primetime lineup on CBS continues with new episodes of Ghost and Matlock, followed by Elsbeth, who uncovers plans for a gala heist orchestrated by a chic VIP customer, played by actress Vanessa Williams.
And to your left for me, please.
Jennifer Lopez sizzled in all white for the London premiere of her new film, Unstoppable, this week.
You're gonna have to beat out men who were recruited to be on the Arizona State University wrestling team.
It's based on the true story of wrestler Anthony Robles, who was born with one leg and won a national wrestling championship in 2011. Lopez stars as his mother, Judy.
It's not even so much about the wrestling, it's about the things that we wrestle with in our lives. And it's just a really beautiful family story, a beautiful story between a mother and a son.
Unstoppable hits theaters nationwide December 6th before heading to Prime Video in January. And funeral arrangements for One Direction singer Liam Payne are now in the final stages. The 31-year-old's body was released Wednesday by authorities in Buenos Aires, where he died last month after falling from a hotel balcony. His untimely passing triggered an outpouring of fan tributes around the world. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Backus, CBS News.
A decades-old holiday classic is getting the K-pop touch and plus. Find out where the government may be getting involved in who can use social media. Tea with Todd, coming up next.
It's time for Coffee with Corey, brewed in part by Kroger.
Well, you know what happens when Kanji is out? We get tea with Todd, because Coffee with Corey, tea with Todd. Todd.
You have to be careful because I can spill the tea.
We want you to spill the tea.
I'm ready to spill the tea.
So what's first?
Well, this is pretty interesting because it's something that I kind of said, well, this makes an awful lot of sense. You know, it's been about 3 years since the Pink Palace, along with Memphis's Central Avenue, decided on a name change. But now, what's old is new again. The museum's group leaders say that specific spot at 3050 Central Avenue will be known as the Pink Palace Museum and Mansion. The Daily Memphian reports that the facility will remain under the umbrella organization called MOSH, or the Memphis Museums of Science and History. The nonprofit Memphis Museums, Inc. now manages the Pink Palace along with Lichterman Nature Center and the Mallory Neely House. The city council signing off on that transfer back in June and agreed to pay the nonprofit $3 million a year for 10 years. In 2021, the rebranding became official, with that particular building being called Mosh at the Pink Palace, or Mosh Pink Palace, and even Mosh Central. The name change did receive some blowback, especially from longtime residents. The Pink Palace name stems from the material used to build what was supposed to be the home of the businessman Clarence Saunders, pink marble. I don't think I may have used the term mosh once or twice just to explain to somebody that it's the Pink Palace Museum. So it's kind of like,
I'm kind of happy. I mean,
Yeah,
we all know the Pink Palace is the Pink Palace. I mean, in Mosh, believe me, I desperately tried. So it's just as much as we say Twitter for X. It's just not going to happen.
Well, there are moshes like all over the country, but there's only one.
Pink Palace.
You betcha. Hey, are you a fan of Christmas songs? It is almost Christmas time, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, even if you're not, you've probably heard that song White Christmas at least once in your life. And over the years, dozens of artists have performed the song, but it was originally recorded by Bing Crosby all the way back in 1942, and then first appeared in that movie Holiday Inn, then the movie of the same title, both starring Crosby. Now, more than 80 years after its release, Crosby's beloved holiday hit is getting a K-pop boost. V from BTS will join the late legend on a remix of the song. Crosby's estate actually gave its blessing for a version of White Christmas that blends the late crooner's voice with V's voice. The 28-year-old V is reportedly a massive Bing Crosby fan. Crosby died in 1977. His daughter Mary says the two voices blend beautifully. The new version of White Christmas comes out on December 6th. I'm happy to hear that he's a fan and he's doing this with love, as opposed to somebody saying, here's a way to make $1 gazillion. Let's put you two together and see what happens in the voices and the videos and all that.
Seems organic.
It does, and maybe 80 years later, I mean, I still love the original. I'm sure everybody else does. So I would at least be interested in hearing what that song was.
We need to hear
and how it sounds. And what is there's like one Christmas song that comes out every year that kind of says, okay, the Christmas season is in.
It's Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
She sings that it's time. You don't even want me to really. It's time.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
when we hear that, we know it's time to go Christmas shopping.
Time. Throw out Halloween because it is time for Christmas.
And it's almost time for some cooler air next week, so we'll talk about that in the 7-day forecast coming up. In other news, a number of American schools, even states, putting bans in place when it comes to children and cell phones. This January, a new law in Tennessee will take effect. It will require parental permission, anyone under the age of 18 to use any kind of social media. But now one country is actually aiming to take that a step further. We're taking you down to Australia, down under. Prime Minister there says the government plans to legislate for a ban on social media for children under 16. Good luck with that. It's a policy that the government says is world leading. Officials who support the measure says social media is harming children. Legislation will be introduced into Parliament this year, with the laws coming into effect 12 months after it's ratified by the lawmakers. Social media platforms would be penalized for breaching the age limit, but underage children and their parents would not. I still have no idea how they would find a way to actually do that and enforce that. So you can say that all you want, but until you show me how you're going to enforce that, I'm just going to go, eh.
I know. I mean, I definitely understand the thought process behind it, because social media is tough for teenagers and young adults.
Right.
Same thing for adults, though, too. So social media, the way you consume it, it needs to be balanced. You need to figure out a good balance for it.
Yeah.
You can't act as if the kids are not going to be on social media, because some make their income off of social media.
Yeah, and it's not like the kids are going to come to you and go, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, let's talk about what I'm seeing on social media. Everybody's kind of doing their own. I think I don't want to say a total ban, but having the phones put away while the kids are in school, I think, is going to be more important, at least as a start in the situation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it doesn't happen everywhere yet, but we'll take it from there.
Needed.
All right.
Todd. Tea with Todd.
That's right.
As always.
Thank you for joining us with the tea this morning.
I love
or
it.
coffee, it doesn't matter. A hot beverage of choice.
Bone broth. I love it. Thank you, Todd. Well, we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone, to Live at 9. It's time to spill a little tea on today's weather here in the Mid-South. And if you've been with us since earlier this morning, you do know that we have cloudy skies, we've had patchy fog, we've had damp conditions, we've had rain falling across parts of the area. Not heavy, not severe, but just enough to be inconvenient for those that are trying to head out and about. Now for some good news, and that is that the majority of the rain is starting to move out, and chances are pretty good we're going to start to see some clearing. The heaviest of the rain that I've been watching over the past several hours has been occurring across northern Mississippi and moving off towards the east. And as you can see, it's kind of taking aim on Holly Springs right now. Not heavy, not severe, but a few brief heavier showers along with some gusting winds should be expected. I haven't seen a whole lot of lightning going on here, but this is going to be happening all within about the next 15 minutes or so. So if you're in Holly Springs, Atway, Higdon, or even Snow Lake shores, please be on the lookout for those brief heavier showers. Maybe you could stay inside and let them pass over before driving out and about. And also a few stray showers right along Highway 51 all the way up to Billington and Atoka right now, lifting up towards the north and towards the northeast, isolated in nature. 60 currently with these northerly winds. You know, this combination, the clouds, the wind, the damp, the cool, you may need to modify your wardrobe. You may need a light jacket before heading out the door. A light jacket or long sleeves or maybe in a little raincoat. 65 by later this afternoon, this evening. You see these northerly winds continuing into the evening and overnight hours. I see the weather improving for the remainder of the day tonight and again for most of tomorrow across the area as well. With a good deal of sunshine, we should make it back up into the lower 70s for afternoon highs. Now, the weather's looking great for now, but there are some potential problems that I want you to be aware of. Here, watch the clock with me, if you will, over the next 24 hours, because I mentioned today, tonight, and tomorrow the weather looks great, but tomorrow afternoon there's a chance for a few stray showers. The better chance of rain will occur overnight into early Saturday morning. The timing on this latest storm system has really sped up, but I think it's going to move through fairly quickly on Saturday morning, paving the way for another nice Saturday and another nice Sunday here across the area. But again, overnight Friday into early Saturday, that's going to be something we're going to have to watch carefully as those showers make their way across the area. So yes, it's cloudy and cooler and damp, and we have showers in the area, but we're clearing with high temperatures nearing 70 and northeasterly winds. It's not going to be an awful day. It's going to get better. Partly cloudy with mild temperatures throughout the day tomorrow. And then on Saturday, you know, when you see all this rain and thunder, you'll remember I mentioned that was early in the morning. That's not an all-day scenario. Clearing skies begin once the rain moves out, and Sunday is looking pretty good with our next cold front moving in on Wednesday of next week, paving the way for finally some cooler temperatures, some Mariah Carey singing songs, cooler weather with overnight lows falling into the mid-40s, Corey. But that's not until the end of next week. That'll give you time to practice. If
right,
you'd like.
right. I'm going to hit those high notes.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Live at 9. Coming up tomorrow on our show, Great Clips, we'll discuss why they're offering free haircuts for veterans and active military members. Then learn about the fight for Indigenous heritage with the Patawomack tribe member and author Laura Chilton, who shares her family's remarkable history. And get ready to shiver as Memphis Monster Con takes center stage with actor Tom Matthews, who will share what's in store at their upcoming horror convention. Plus, meet the eatery working to help kids stay warm right here in the Mid-South and to get ready for cooler temperatures. See you tomorrow for all of this, your top news, weather with Todd Demers, and of course, trending topics. And we want to hear from you. Email your segment ideas to liveat9@wreg.com, and be sure to visit our website to catch up on anything that you have missed. Go to liveat9.tv. Have a great Thursday.